included the council in on negotiations and issues. Are you going to change that? Are you going to...
I don't know how we're going to handle that, because the budget department is preparing the budget. I haven't had a hand in it whatsoever, so I'm not going to be much ahead of the other council members. And our relationship is such that whatever I know, they know. So if I know something, they're going to know it. And I'm doing this as very much a collaborative process, as I have viewed government since I got here. So I want to continue that. I think having a positive relationship with the other members of the council has got a great deal of value, because sometimes you have to move quickly and you rely on trust. And if you develop that with people, you can save a lot of time. And I think I've established that. I mean, I know that one of the things I'd like to do, I met with BID last week by coincidence, like right before this happened, to talk about how we can do some things about the downtown, which we're in pretty good shape compared to other communities, but we have a lot of, we still have our share of vacancies. And I'd like to be more of a, as mayor, I think, take more of a role in trying to recruit targeted businesses into the city to try and speak. I mean, I got an earful of issues that some of the property owners and business owners have with some of the regulation in the city that may have made sense, 30, 40 years ago, but don't make sense today. I think we need to make it easier for people to do business and to make money in the city. I know small business owners, a lot of times when they finally get to the point that they turn the key in the door, have their whole life savings in the business, and they stand there and hope things will go well. And if it turns out they have to open a month and a half later because of some issues, it's not like it's a McDonald's or an IBM or a cell phone store where they have a huge bankroll. That could spell doom for the business. So I want to work on those issues. Of course, we always have environmental issues in the city, and that's been a particular interest of mine. So I'm going to stay focused on that. My kids, I have 2 young children that are in the school system, and I view our relationship with the school system as very important. I already have an appointment. I already have a scheduled meeting with clip5. My feeling is, whether my kids were in the schools or not, the public schools are so essential in White Plains. We have one of the rare, not rare, but because we are a city, we have contiguous boundaries for the school district and the city, as opposed to Lakeland, which has not just multiple towns, but multiple counties. That puts, I think, more of a burden on us to work together with the school district. We have no excuse. So when people talk about consolidating services and saving the taxpayers money, I mean, the first place to look, from my perspective, is the city and the school. And we've already started on that road, and I'd like to continue that. I think that in the past, I've heard some politicians, when they hear complaints about a tax bill, they'll say, don't blame me, it's the schools that are the big part of your taxes. Well, to be fair, the reason that's the case is because their only source of revenue is basically from property tax, whereas the city, we only get about 30% from property tax. So it's not that we're geniuses. I think we need to work closely with the school to help, certainly not say things that cause people to look upon them with disfavor, because I think, personally, I wouldn't want to live somewhere where I couldn't send my kids to the public schools. I think a lot of people feel that way. I think it's important that we make sure we have public schools that every parent's comfortable sending their children to. And, I feel public education is the foundation of democracy. If every child doesn't have that opportunity, what do we have, really? I mean, if you're born in a certain place, and it means, the best you can do is hope maybe your kids will do well, I don't think that's right. So that's another thing I'd like to foster, more of a relationship between the city and the schools. I think that, we have a number of items coming down the road here in White Plains, and we have kind of time to catch our breath because of the economic downturn. So, I think
White Plains